It's invite only.
Do you have an iDevice, Loki?
I do not have an iDevice.
Oh, okay.
And if I did have an iDevice, I wouldn't play Fortnite on it unless it came with a keyboard and mouse.
I just have like I have 3 invites I can just give.
Did you get your friend invites, James?
Yeah, I did.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
I wonder if Logan has it. He probably does.
Yeah, well, I can guarantee. I guarantee I won before Logan did. Look like I went to a row.
No.
Alright. No, I don't want to go retail.
Not too late, even uploaded.
Alright. Retail it is.
Yeah. Alright, lead the way.
Yes.
It might take a while for you to like figure out like which like blob on the map.
Does Oh, I can name any place I look at pretty much now.
Yeah. It takes a while.
There's a guy incoming.
Oh, James, why aren't you using the umbrella?
Did I spend $20 on this?
Alone. I'm not like alone. I mean, I meant there's someone here.
I hate how the only game I get frame drops on is Fortnite, and I get like a solid 60 FPS on Dark Souls 3.
Huh. I'm glitching through the floor if that means anything.
Just knock somebody.
Oh, I got a trap. You know the trap challenge.
Oh, epic. I have 3 bursts. James, I have 3 great bursts. My loot has been great bursts. My loot has been great bursts and a shield potion.
Well, I have a great burst and a shield potion.
What do the potions do?
They give you basically extra health. Yeah, basically
temporary extra health that you can't regenerate.
It's fall damage and storm damage. Hey, guy behind me, bro. Oh. Quit trolling me. Quit. I don't like it. Moment when I troll him, where's his friend at? Oh. That's the knock, bro. I'll just finish you off, bro. Hey, don't take my kill.
Okay. Okay, we're in the zone.
Okay, well, his friend came in the house too, so watch out. What should I call you? Low-key 3K.
Just Loki's fine.
Oh, wait, where'd the gunshot come from?
The guy in this house that I was talking
There he
about.
is, over here.
There's someone else in the actually. Yep, okay. He is. Whoa, they placed a trap. Nice. Yeah, he finished me. He placed a trap and he got completely fell for it. Well, actually, I exited the lobby. I didn't even need to do that.
I love how, like, as soon as I see the person, my phone drop. Where the fuck is Ty?
That's it. I'm done.
He's not even running towards. Okay, let's just return to lobby.
We got wrecked.
I'm gonna get off after a couple more games. The new pickaxe is cool, I like this game better. I wish they had aim assist on mobile.
Had what?
Aim assist on the mobile version of Fortnite.
How do you play the game? Are there? Hold on. Is this game cross-platforming?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can join squads with people on other platforms, and you'll end up, and you can get crossplay.
Hmm.
I haven't actually tried to add.
How do you friend them? Do you just like? How do you like use your Epic Games account to like friend someone with like PlayStation Live?
I'm pretty sure they had to have linked their Epic Games account when they did it. Tried to send out a friend request, and...
Oh, can you link your Xbox Live your
Fortnite?
account? Yeah. Should you have like 5 wins?
So what are the levels for? What do they do?
Once we get back into the lobby, go to the Battle Pass tab and I'll pretty much explain it. Lucky landing.
Gotta go eat.
That movie dropping boys. Oh, greasy.
Oh, we don't have to go greasy, that's just...
I think we should go lucky. Move your mark for a second, I don't think we should go greasy.
Oh, so where are we going?
Lucky landing. The Chinese looking town.
Yeah, yeah. Why is the thing glitching out recently? It like shows dead and alive. Loki, you want I'll come over and help you.
Nope, I'm dead.
Oh, come in.
There's somebody in here.
Oh, he's finishing you. I'm not gonna let you go unavenged though. Is he in this building? Oh, I wanted to finish him.
Okay, let's go to lobby.
I gotta go eat.
Yeah, I should go get my food too. I'll be right back.
Coming.
So what do I do? Do we just kick somebody out of the squad, or are we just gonna go around separate ways? Alright, fine. I'll just leave the squad, and they can invite me back in later. Yeah, leave the squad. Let's see if I can play this with an anonymous team now.
¿Dónde está?
Hello.
Está por acá, pero... Uy, me dio mucha risa, man.
¿De qué era? You guys hear me good? Where are we landing? Where are we landing? Tilted. Tilted, boys. I'm going Dusty.
Uy.
Ah, ya está jugando hace rato. No, no hay calle, no.
Hi, Mom.
What's up, man, nigga?
Oh god.
What the fuck, man, nigga?
Oh god, what?
You're
Oh,
fucking kidding me, man, nigga?
how do I mute? Mute? Mute. Mute. And mute. Just mute the entire team. Apparently there's nothing good coming out of the people in voice chat. So you gotta have your own people in voice with you. Alright. Yeah, they're just yelling profanities at this point. You know, so you know how that goes. Also, where the hell's the rest of my team? I completely lost them. And also, isn't this the game where water hurts you? Doesn't water hurt you in most games?
Not most games I play.
Well,
But
get on my level.
get on your level.
Get on my level.
Playing games where the water hurts you.
I guess so. How many games can you name where water literally hurts you? I think the first couple of GTAs.
Do they really?
I think water killed you. Saints Row. If you don't do it right, water kills you.
I know if you're too low in water, you can easily die in just about any of the Halo games.
Yes.
It's normally you have to be submerged to a certain degree.
Yes. Well. Well, Half-Life. Could you swim in Half-Life?
Yeah, you could. It depends on the water, though. So that's the thing. Like Half-Life's definitely one of the games I thought of when I thought of games with water. And you've always had a bunch of chase scenes that would happen in water. The only difference is that not all the water's safe. You do have where there's chemical spills and like nuclear waste.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
right. I
forth.
was just playing Half-Life 2 recently. Oh. I
Really
distinctly
good
remember.
game.
Is it?
I enjoyed all of Half-Life. The only thing that I'm pissed with the whole Half-Life franchise is the fact that they can never seem to finish what they've started.
Like what?
Are you familiar, like, the massive cliffhanger on Half-Life 2 Episode 2? They never came up with a conclusion to that. Never.
And they never
And that
will.
was... Yeah, and it's frustrating that they made so many of their fans wait longer than 10 years for for a conclusion to that. It's almost like the moment that Valve got involved with Steam, they just pretty much stopped making games anymore. It's that damn roll of threes. They never make a third of anything.
That's good. They left it on such a high note they could never, ever make the game the kind of game that they wanted to.
You've played Half-Life 2 Episode 2, right?
Maybe. I played something similar. I don't know. I started playing them and then I have episode 1 and 2. And then it was just boring and I got bored. And I got bored driving the stupid car in circles. And just got bored.
It's a much more puzzle-focused shooter.
Someone took me out. Help me, squad. Help me. I died.
That's actually one of the things that I actually enjoyed about Half-Life and Half-Life 2. Is it's a lot more puzzle-focused. Same with like Portal and Portal 2.
Was it puzzle focused? Because they had that stupid gravity gun. And then
Yeah.
they wanted you to use a stupid gravity gun for everything. And I just get tired of it. Because at that point, if you have a gravity gun, then you have an anti-gravity gun. And having an anti-gravity gun, I don't need to move a box on top of another box. You know what I can do instead? I can lift myself up to wherever the hell I want to be. Oh, he wants to play Rainbow? I don't want to play Rainbow Six. It's boring.
Seems very determined to try to get you to actually play that with them, but
It's so boring. Like, I can play it, I will play it, but I just get bored playing it. I get so bored playing it. Now I gotta get good at this game so people can... Oh god. Who do I have to mute to stop that sound? One shot espresso is permanently just it sounds like I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just really bad.
yeah, I'm hearing bumping going on trash boat's side. And
You can mute him for a while until he comes back, or I can mute him on my end and just let me know when he's coming back.
Hi.
What was
Hi.
that, that bumping sound?
I need to go do my homework.
Alright.
See you guys later.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Now, did my entire squad go somewhere else? I see 3 people. None of which are closely accessible. That's great. What's this? Ammo, rockets.
Does Varen and I feel like I should probably ask a few questions about the mod powers. Probably not during stream.
Why not? I don't care. I'm just figuring out what the hell's happening.
Well, I noticed like whenever you have a dino logs for whenever someone comes on or leaves the
Yes.
voice chat.
It also keeps track of a few other things, like which comments get deleted, how they get deleted. Yeah. Why?
Yeah, and with that, well, too, what kind of roles they get given as well, looks like. And I kind of noticed that Varen, like, Fred and Varen are in, like, the Ultramarines. I would have figured they would have had just as much mod power as us, at least.
No, just because I give him Ultramarine status doesn't mean they get mod powers. It just means that, well, I only gave Fred Ultramarine powers because he asked for it, and I know he doesn't cause shit. But mostly I gave Varen Ultramarine powers, and anyone who becomes an incredibly active member or participant of the gaming, the streaming, and everything else, they'll have the special privileges, because you can't unmute them. I mean, you can't mute them or unmute them. You can't touch them.
Yeah.
No offense. But, I mean...
So...
Mod powers are for, mostly your mod powers are there to manage people who I don't know or don't trust.
Alright.
That's what that's there for.
Makes sense.
If
they get just too
if you've been
annoying.
fully trusted, you get something like Ultramarines. I think they have one perk, and that's like to be able to change people's nicknames to screw with people. That's about it. Oh, one of our guys just got shot. And he's dead. And no one knows where he died. And no one cares. Yeah, so that's that. Like, I trust Fred. Fred's not gonna come on and say anything stupid or act badly towards anyone. In fact, the only time he ever wants to do anything is when someone's being incredibly annoying, and he's just like, "Nope, just gonna mute them now." And if this continues, I'm just gonna kick them now.
Yeah, I don't think he says too much offensive. I mean, not unless you count like glorifying crucifixions, but
Sure. But how much of that can we take seriously?
I take very little of it seriously. I just kind of joke around with him on that.
Exactly.
I don't think he takes it too personally when I joke around with him on that.
Sure. He might not. You never know.
I never do. I just pretty much trust that he's not taking it personally.
No, I don't think he does. I think he does the whole Deus Volt thing, and then once things calm down, he just goes back to playing video games happily. Not wanting to be bothered by Gamergates or any of the other stuff in between.
Or really just anything in the world.
Yes, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so whatever. He's not gonna bother, harass, or piss anyone off. Come on, pick up the gun, pick up the gun, pick up the gun, pick up the gun. There we go. What's a bush? Another gun. And so yeah, so he gets Ultramarine because he's already a Deus Volti, God praise the Emperor type of guy. I don't see too many people screwing with anything of the sorts. Anything else. Plus, Varen's been trying to help out the streams, hang out, keep me company. Not today though, strangely. I don't see him at all. Whatever, I guess he's busy. It being a Monday or whatever.
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised with how regular his activity has been with us. Like, I know for us, like, I guess some of us have a tendency to stay up real late, but he almost seems to do stuff around the clock.
No, he's never around during our day. Like, never.
Really?
Yeah, because it's his night, so he sleeps.
Maybe that's why he always comes off so active, because by the time I'm usually on, it's usually late night in the day.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess there's those times during the day that I'm on, but it's kinda... It's usually when I'm on, like, my laptop but don't have my mic set up.
So, yeah. I don't know what's happening in this match, but I've, like, not seen anyone else this entire time. So that's weird for me. That there's, like, nobody around. Oh, I just fucked myself. Alright, whatever. Guess I'm out of wood. That's strange. Guess I gotta chop down some more trees. Guess that can happen. I thought that there'd just be a lot of wood and there wouldn't be much of an issue. But apparently you can run out of wood.
I mean, you can't just randomly spawn shit of wood.
No, I mean you got to actually chop down stupid trees.
So testy.
Weird, but whatever. Is there? Oh, there is a counter. I just noticed that there's a goddamn counter for.
I will tell you what seems weird is that any time that Erwin is actually active on any of the servers, where the guy probably takes like a whole month break between each time he's on here.
Well, that's kind of why I'm invisible. I kind of want to take a little bit of a break, but I can't help but hanging out on Discord, like during the time I have nothing to do at work. And I don't know, it's not overwhelming. It's just I'm getting really bored. There's not much going on, and I want there to be more going on, but I can't keep initiating it. And then the same thing always happens. New people show up and try and drag people off into their servers, and then they want people to be active in their servers. And it's just that age-old vicious cycle.
The fight of the servers.
It's not a fight of the servers.
I mean, it kind of is a battle of the servers. See who can... Because there's really only a scarcity of how active people can be online anyways. And they try to be active on multiple servers. Kind of why I tend to stick with a select few at a time. And why for the longest time I've only really been active on maybe one server or two.
Right.
Trying to think of how many servers I'm technically considered active on. And of course I would be counting ones that are not really active themselves too much, but I'm in.
So what you're saying is that it's kind of shitty because you're not on or active in very many servers, but you want to be.
Oh, I try not to be too active on too many servers all at once. I don't want to stretch myself out too thin. That's kind of... Because normally I keep to a select few. Like normally it's been only like 2. More lately I've kind of expanded how many servers I actually interact on a regular basis to maybe 4 or 5 maybe. And like some of them I kind of pay some attention to only because it's like, well, I don't really have too much more that I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and see what's up on like Potatoes server. I'm on that one that kind of since before she's changed it to the whole MBTI gamers.
I don't know what that stands for. I keep asking her what it stands for and she won't fucking tell me.
Myers-Briggs.
What's Myers-Briggs?
It's a personality test assessment. It's a way of trying to determine your personality by determining whether or not you are more introverted or extroverted. By determining if you are more intuitive or sensing, and by determining whether or not you are more thinking versus feeling, or if you're more perceiving versus judging.
That sounds boring as hell. But okay, sure, why not?
I mean, personally, I find it entertaining to, as more of a way of considering how others think differently. So it does give a nice perspective as to what people also have a tendency to value just based off of their personality. So that's another thing, is like what normally comes first in their head. Like for me, I am INTP, which would be introverted, intuitive thinking perceiver, and are also known as the logician, which is known for being very individualistic and also having nihilistic tendencies. But that's just because of the nature of usually being, well, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. Having more of a tendency of living inside of one's own head, usually focusing a lot more on thought than a lot of other aspects. To better understand it, you would also have to get into what's referred to as cognitive functions, which, depending on the alignment of different, for example, if INTP would be introverted thinking first, extroverted intuition, introverted sensing, and then extroverted feeling being the inferior function.
I see.
And from that, you're supposed to be able to tell what kind of drives them, what's their weak point in social interactions, and how exactly they also
Sorry, say that again? You can link me to...
So if you... Yeah, a free personality assessment for, like, Myers-Briggs. There's one website in particular that tends to be one of the most trusted when it comes to that. I believe Trigger's actually taken it before on his channel. I brought it up to him because he ended up scoring INTP A as well as me.
Oh, that's weird.
That's
I guess
funny.
both of you have a lot in common, and yet you guys don't communicate enough about the shit you have in common.
We have a similar way of thinking in common. Not necessarily a lot of things in common with that. It can't tell you personal interests and stuff. It can make predictions of your behavior based off of what they can infer is your usual motivation. I think one thing to keep in common is just because you share a personality doesn't, like, there's meant to be types. They're just types of personality. They're not going to give you a very, you know, they're not going to tell you what you believe. They're not going to tell you what, just where you best align it. Too, there are some differences between his and my results in terms of how much more leaning we are towards one aspect than the other. I think for him, he managed to get 100% thinking with a 0% feeling, whereas I scored somewhere more like 70% thinking and about 30% feeling, so...
Oh, my team plays 7. Okay, that's getting better. That's getting much better. Not that I had any help with that. So, you really enjoy these little tests?
To some degree. Mostly, I'm kind of. The first reason I actually took one was to try to better evaluate what sort of major would be best for me to go into.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to try to see, based off of what degree would be best for my particular mindset.
I'm back.
Alright.
Hello.
Hello.
Invite.
I'm actually just about to leave. I'm gonna go watch a movie or something.
Alright.
Alright, and I'm gonna stop streaming, because that's unnecessary at this point.
Yep.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Watching me learn to play Fortnite, but clearly I need a team. And to get that team, I'm going to find some people to team up with me. Okay, bye-bye.